I think there's probably a contrast in like Lizzo. We love and like she's doing so well with like her branding as a. She's also making all the fat people money.
Yeah.
You know, like
You mean,
that's going.
You mean the fat cats in Hollywood?
Yeah,
What do you mean
the
the fat
fat
people?
ca-
What do you
yeah.
think fat people have stock in Lizzo?
No. I mean, like, there's money to be made in being like I'm big and beautiful.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, of course. Why do you
mean-
think companies go for
I mean,
that?
okay, yeah, companies make money, but that doesn't mean fat people make money.
Do you think
off that.
Lizzo is not doing well right now?
Lizzo is one person.
Oh, that's-
Lizzo is
I'm
not
saying-
fat people.
I'm saying that's what I just said. She's making all the fat people money.
She's making Lizzo money. She's not making all the fat. If you're fucking just a fat piece of shit in Alabama, Lizzo goes on TV, you don't get a check.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
She's making money off of like being fat.
Yeah, but you said she's making all the fat people money.
That's what I meant. I meant she's making
but
money off
I
of
don't know
being
what
fat.
you mean. I only
How
know
could
what
there
you
be
say.
fat people money?
I don't know what you mean. Fat people, buddy. It's
think-
just
you
slices
think-
of ham.
Yeah.
I'll have a nice coffee, please.
Yeah.
Just 6 slices of ham.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
It's
it's like
just-
the president on it is Taft or like all famous fat presidents. You know?
Right, yeah.
You're like, oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm saying she's making money off of being fat.
Well, yeah, but that's the opposite. That's a
So
different thing.
what
Yeah.
the point is I'm getting at, I wonder if she's like,
She's
man,
exploiting her fatness. So every
Yeah.
time somebody calls her fat online, it actually lines her pockets with more ham.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I wonder if she's like part of her is like, man, I'm like she's still a little bit insecure, but she's like, I can't even address it.
Right.
Or if she's like, man, I wish I could lose the weight, but
Yeah.
I can't. You know?
It's her brand.
Yeah.
She's hitched her brand to it.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's like, and then you can't change the brand now. So
Right.
you know, it's like Chris Farley or something like that. Like he's
Yeah.
like he had to be like the fat guy that fell down.
Jonah Hill was fat and then lost weight. And then there's interviews. There's like video compilations of interviews of him being bummed out at interviews when people are like, "Oh, we liked you better when you were fat."
Yeah, because he's like, oh, I was kind of feeling good
Because
about
he
myself.
looks pretty good now.
He does not look good.
He looks fine.
He looks like he should be fat.
Nah, he looks fine.
Some fat people, when they lose weight, you're like, you should be fat. You should get back to fat. I do believe that like big boned can be a thing.
No, what are you talking about? If
Yeah.
it's anything, it's just that number one, you're used to saying them like that, and number two, maybe like you don't lose the fat everywhere. So if you still have a fat face, it just looks like a fat face on a skinny body.
No, I see like a big boxy frame that's
Yeah.
like, and I'm like, you should be fat. You should fill that out with some fatness. Yeah,
No way. Skeletons are the same, dude.
not the ones in my closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only fat skeletons in your closet.
Yeah. I got a big closet. Yeah.
Yeah. The cops go. They're like, yeah, we don't need to investigate this.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really matter.
It's like, oh, you've been killing fat people.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think anyway, yeah. Listen, so
Jonah Hill.
part of her brand is like addressing
There's an interview where Jonah Hill is sitting with an interviewer, and they're like, "What's it like not to like? We liked you when you were fat. What's it like not to be like the fat guy anymore?" It's like the interviewer tries to soften it and be like, I was also fat.
Yeah, I know. They always
And
do that.
He's just like fucking bummed out. And then there's another interview where they're like, "Hey, Jonah Hill, good to have you here." He did Moneyball with Brad Pitt. Did you see that movie?
Yeah.
It was good. Anyways, they're like, "Can you introduce us to Brad? He's so hot." And he's just there, like
Yeah.
it's like I'm fucking literally here for an interview, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, we love Brad Pitt. He's so attractive.
Yeah.
He's so conventionally attractive."
Yeah. I was in a movie with someone who's hotter than me. Anyway, could you
Yeah.
introduce me to Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
That's such an easy trick just to be like, I suffered from the thing I'm about to insult you with.
Yeah.
Have you always been a dumb retard?
Yeah. He's. I'm saying this with no disrespect or anything, because I do the same thing too. But do you always shit your pants before you go on stage?
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute.
I didn't even realize that
Wait a
until
minute.
I didn't realize that until I said that.
Transition? Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I didn't realize it until
I'm
now.
sure.
What are we talking about? The audience doesn't know.
The cat's out of the bag now, huh?
Oh, were you going to talk about that today?
What? No, part of me was like, if it comes up, it comes up. But it's the type of thing that probably should, come up.
I completely forgot that I shit my pants.
Oh yeah.
that it was me who shit
Oh, I
his
guess
pants
I'm ready for
this week.
It's like, what if you were someone that doesn't know? It's like, I shit my pants once. Anyway, what's it like being a fat fuck? And you're like, what? Like they give themselves the wrong thing before they insult the person.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Like a guy who doesn't know how to soften the blow. So as a person,
I've interviewed many fat people like yourself. Like, the guys doesn't know how to soften it.
right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Bad interviewer. That's
Yeah.
That's a
Anyway, what do you want to talk about? How I
premise.
yeah.
Did you want to talk about it? I don't care. We don't have to address
Well,
it.
everyone knows now.
Everyone knows that what?
Well, everyone listening knows
Yeah.
probably what happened.
What happened?
It's fine. I shit my pants a little bit on Wednesday.
Where were you?
I was in the park.
Yeah. So that seems appropriate.
And yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I mean, imagine if you shit.
it was shit your pants park.
Imagine
yeah.
if you shit your pants at an indoor show. That would be way more stressful.
Well, the thing is, with an indoor show, it wouldn't have happened.
Why?
I would have found a bathroom.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
do you remember a little bit before the show, I was like, I'm gonna go up there and tell people then like find a bathroom. It was like because I had to find a bathroom to take a.
The bodega where we get water has a bathroom.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I could have used that. It's kind of far, and I was like,
Yeah.
there were two moments,
Yeah.
you know. And the first moment, I was like, this is like I have a little bit of like poop
Yeah.
and like a lot of air behind it,
Yeah.
and if I'm careful, I can get the air out without getting the
this is
poop
like
out.
30 minutes before we're about to do a show.
This is like
Yeah.
20 minutes, 30
Yeah.
minutes before we're about to do a show,
Yeah.
and I did it and it worked,
Yeah.
and I was like, that was great.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can just do that for the rest of the
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
Yeah. And then it happened again. I was like,
Yeah.
we know the drill, and
Yeah.
there was no air
Yeah,
left at all.
right,
I was
right.
just feeling pure poop. Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're smiling like you thinking you're getting one over on the world.
Yeah.
You're like,
meanwhile-
I'm getting away with this. Meanwhile, you're just shitting your pants.
Oh no, you know immediately. It's like wet and hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know.
Not
and,
mine. My shit's ice cold.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
shit ice?
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah. Yeah. Cold as ice.
That's right.
Santiago, he's so cold, he shits ice.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's like an old insult from the 50s.
Oh man, you shit ice. See?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
you shit ice.
Got a heart so cold, he shits ice.
Yeah.
Then he puts on a fedora.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Get a Tommy gun.
Yeah.
Go to a speakeasy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that the right? Is that the
Yeah.
right decade?
Yeah, so it happens, and it happened. I shit my pants, and then it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not. Then you have shit in your pants, and then you walk around for a while, and then
You-
it's
you
over when
walk-
you get home and change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to say, but it was not like it was like it's like I technically shit my pants, but I didn't shit my pants.
Right.
I shit my butt.
You had a little short
Yeah, I
Yeah.
shit my butt. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
nothing got past the cheeks.
because of your bravery, Dan. I'm gonna reward you with a story of when I shit my pants.
Okay, when'd you shit your pants?
Okay, it was in Berlin, and I was at my office job,
Ooh.
and I think I was like hungover. This might have been on the tail end of my drinking career, and I was.
I forgot that I had met you on the tail end of your drinking career.
You met me for like 2 weeks while I was drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was at work, and I was just sitting there, and I just completely shit my pants while sitting in an office working. And
What do you mean completely?
like not like you in a cute way.
Oh
Yeah, not in like a dainty. I'm a petite woman.
Oh,
No, like this is like a fucking Lizzo shit.
Okay. Yeah.
There's pieces of ham and cheeseburgers.
It fell and crushed
Right,
somebody.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's
You had to address
A
it.
Vietnamese child comes out that she somehow inhaled.
Yeah.
So I fucking I got out and I went to a Turkish restaurant. And I bought a pack. I passed they had like markets on the way. I think they like Woolworths. I walked into Woolworths.
Yeah.
I got it was about lunch anyway, so I was like, I got to take lunch. I got a set of underwear from Woolworths. I walked into a Turkish restaurant. I don't think Woolworths there has bathrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I walked into a Turkish restaurant where I was going to eat anyways, and I just had to completely throw away my underwear, like put in a bag and throw it away.
Yeah.
Clean myself up, put on new underwear, and then just have lunch and go back to work.
It's kind of
It's like one
yeah. It's
one
kind
lentil soup, please.
Yeah, I know.
Linsensuppe.
Yeah.
Sehr scharf.
Yeah. That's not that bad. I feel like that's like a regular shit your pants story.
No, but then you have to go back to work for 4 hours, 5 hours after shitting your pants.
Yeah, but
and you're
there's
just
no
like, do people know? Is it? Can you smell it on my pants?
Yeah,
Or it's
that's
just a
the big
horrible-
thing. That's
Yeah.
the big fear is that people will find out
Yeah.
from either like a shit stain
Yeah.
or they smell it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then you're busted. But I think you sounded like you were in the clear. Did it get on your pants?
No, I think I'm fine, but yeah, stressful situation, and also that happens when you're like hungover out of your fucking mind,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm gonna die right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's when you're hungover and you can't drink to kind of like ease it off.
Yeah.
That's the worst when you just got to sit there and deal with it.
Uh-huh.
That's how it feels here with the room being so hot. It's just like just fucking hot sweats and there's no reprieve. There's no like break from it. There's no
I'm cool as a cucumber.
resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're cool because you've been in this house all day. You're acclimated to this climate, right? That's why.
No, I got bagels.
Okay, yeah, you stepped out for 5 minutes.
Ooh, Knickerbocker.
Yeah.
Oof,
Yeah.
Man.
Would you take them as a sponsor, Knickerbocker Bagel?
Oh, yeah. I mean, would they take us as a sponsor?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, after talking about shitting our pants
Yeah,
for 10 minutes?
Knickerbocker Bagel is so good you'll shit your pants.
Yeah. That's
That's our Yelp review.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's so funny. Hey, we would take a sponsorship for just like a couple of free bacon, egg, and cheeses a week. Or lock sandwiches.
yeah, right now
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, what are we doing now? Anything? We're not don't have any sponsors now. So.
I have a sponsor lined up.
Oh, really? Who?
Yeah. The Epstein Foundation.
Yeah. We're trying to get those kids off those islands.
Somebody inherited that stuff, right?
I always wondered like where it goes to.
It certainly somebody owns it or something.
Yeah,
I don't
good
know.
news, guys. We inherited an island.
Or is it just like the FBI keeps it?
Yeah.
I mean, he was on CIA payroll anyway.
guy-
so
the-
what difference? They're like, oh, I guess we'll keep this.
The guy who inherits the island, he goes to the island. There's like feral kids everywhere. He's like, fuck, I gotta get rid of these.
Fuck, I got to declaw these.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to tame them.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me that Epstein. It just came out that a guy was like, did we talk about this? A guy just was like, yeah, this guy runs a racket of like letting people, sex trafficking underage girls, and all the most prominent politicians and richest businessmen in the country have been hanging out with him, and they're on flights with him, and they've been going to his island where he keeps these women. He killed himself. All right, and I guess we're done looking into that. The entire media was just like, and moving on, and that's fucking it.
At a certain point, though, there is
What have you heard about it since then?
Nothing.
They're like, what about Ghislaine? And
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what about her?
Yeah.
She's fucking, Trump was like, hey, good luck.
Yeah. I will say this. It is part of me is like, yeah, of course.
Well, yeah, of course, but it's also just like,
And it's like, part of me is like, ooh, the conspiracy. Like, no, it's right there in front of our face.
yeah, there's no conspiracy.
Yeah.
It's just like we'll kill you, and that's what also like that's what John McAfee was claiming, that he was like somehow he was rubbing those people the wrong way, and that they were going to get rid of him.
Oh, McAfee.
McAfee.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
McAfee. That was you were like,
I was like,
who
who's
the fuck is John McAfee?
Yeah, I didn't know.
McAfee.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Yeah. And also it's lizzo. Yeah.
What?
It's
Lizzo?
Lizzo. Yeah.
She's Italian.
Yeah. I'm a fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People say I'm a grossa.
Yeah. Yeah, those things just happen in front of your face. It's all good.
I thought you were about to say, these things happen. People commit suicide in jail mysteriously.
No, it's just
No, it's like it's.
we all nod our head and we don't say anything out loud because it's not worth it.
Well, there's people in power, and it's also like but you can rile up as much of a stink as you want. If you're not CNN, no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
If you're not, even Rogan, I'm sure, has had Tim Dillon on to fucking rant about this shit, and it's like, yeah, it's a sliver of the population. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like the average person is just so focused on their own life that they're like, what? The billionaires are doing what? Ugh, well,
It's just a cool
I
thing to
guess
talk about.
My daughter's safe.
Yeah.
It's not my daughter.
Yeah, and he's like, honey? Oh. Yeah.
Right.
She's at Jeffrey Epstein's new peninsula.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So that happened. I don't know. What's up? What do you got? Did you see the Joe's pizza fight video?
No.
You're so you fucking I curate these memes for us to talk about.
When did you send
I
this?
curate them.
There was a fight at Joe's?
Oh yeah.
The pizza place.
The pizza place.
Our pizza place. Well, I mean everyone's pizza place.
I think it was the West Village one.
Okay.
I almost kind of we should maybe figure out how to get videos to play on here.
All right, I can splice it in.
Okay, sure. I mean, if you want to splice it, it must be late night, but it's like 3 or 4 frat bros. And it's funny because the Joe's guys they're all dressed in white. 3 or 4 frat bros in like dark shirts, like in black, get drunk and go behind the counter, and then they're just all the cooks beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
But there's like 3 or 4 of them They grab the pizza. What's it called?
The pizza peel.
Pizza peel. They grab the pizza peel. And one guy's whacking him with the pizza
Wait,
peel.
wait. The pizza guy is whacking him with the pizza peel?
Yeah. Oh, the pizza guys kick the shit out of him. Yeah. A guy grabs a ladle, like a sauce ladle, and starts hitting the guy on the head. It's like a fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
There's like 3 guys beating the shit out of him. They press him up against the oven. I didn't realize that until the comments, but they were like, "Oh yeah, that guy's gonna have burns all over his back."
Yeah.
Just press him up against the oven. But it's also
400-degree oven.
That place is tiny. That place. Imagine you're being attacked at work.
Yeah.
Right.
What were the frat bro? What was their goals? Like, we're drunk.
I don't know. I think they were just belligerent assholes. Like the video didn't include that. I'm sure maybe there's more information out there if you want to look into it. Yeah. So they beat the shit out of him, and then the video ends with a guy who's taping it, who's like, "I still want my pizza, though." He's like, "I'm still waiting for my pizza."
That's the problem.
And his friend is like, "You're not gonna get your pizza." He's like, "Yeah, I am, man. I'm gonna wait for the pizza." Yeah.
It's funny how like the guy taping it, he's like, "It's time for my like little line at the end that makes it funny." You know, that like makes it mine.
It's the World Star thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's like when they found those girls underground that had been kidnapped for like 5.
Yeah.
Like they'd been kidnapped for like years and years and years, and they finally escaped, and then like they were interviewing this black dude.
Yeah.
And the black dude was like, "I knew something was up when 5 white girls were running towards a black guy."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like this is his moment to be a star in a disastrous thing. He's like, he's got to come up with a line.
He's got like a good a good zinger or whatever.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love those moments.
Yeah, well, you should fucking check the memes I send you.
I love. You send me too much.
Every meme I send you is a goddamn gold mine.
Yeah. I love the things of like fights of like a robbery, and all of a sudden the person behind the counter has a gun.
Yeah.
You know, like those instant reversal, instant karma things.
Right.
Where it's like, give me your money, and all of a sudden the guy's like shot and dead, and you're
right.
like, oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm not so much into watching people die.
It's crazy how you can watch people die on YouTube.
Yeah,
you can't watch people fuck on YouTube.
Right.
You can only watch vagina exams on YouTube.
You can watch the number of people on Earth reduce but not increase.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You got to go. Yeah.
It's a fatalist doom cult where it's like, yeah, we're here to advocate for getting rid of people. But the way people are made.
If you put a porn blocker on the internet and then gave it to like aliens, they'd be like, "How are they maintaining the population?"
Right.
Yeah.
Or if you just let them watch fucking Netflix and YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. There's not real porn on Netflix. That was always weird because I don't know. This is a thing you hear from Europeans, but we watch intense violence. Intense violence is like PG-13, where it's just like people's heads exploding from gunshots.
Yeah.
And then they show a tit, and they're like, all right, this is adult content.
Yeah.
This has got to be HBO after midnight or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Our country is a nightmare.
Yeah. Violence on fucking YouTube. I can't do it. It's hard for me to sleep after. I get too amped up.
Yeah, I've seen very fucked up shit. There's like, Faces of Death, that stuff?
Yeah, that's old. That's old school.
Yeah, but just like when you actually like, or police brutality videos where like there's one where this video is horrifying. Have you seen it? It was like the guy in Arizona or whatever, where the guy is telling him like, put your hands up, crawl towards me, don't move, and then the guy's like begging for his life. And he's like, I'm trying to do what you say. It's just his pants were falling down. He went to like.
Is this a cop?
Yeah. A cop just fucking kills him, and it's like you can just feel your stomach turn. That it's just like, it's just deeply upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yet, if they started fucking.
What?
If you fucked him after that, they'd
right.
be like, whoa,
yeah.
whoa,
hey, this doesn't
whoa.
belong on YouTube.
Yeah. Don't fuck that corpse.
Right.
Yeah. Censor.
Exactly. I don't know. What do we got, man? All right, I got some shit, but you go ahead. What do you have?
You probably have something serious. I have something very stupid.
Let's hear your thing.
It was National Mac and Cheese Day.
Yeah, how was it for you?
I didn't have any mac and cheese.
Oh no.
But they did their mac and cheese. Kraft Mac and Cheese was trying to do like some collaborations.
Yeah.
They had some mac and cheese ice cream.
I had some of that.
Did you have it?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Oh, go ahead. Tell me what you were gonna say about it.
Well, I was just saying that it's like I was just gonna complain about Mac and Cheese Day. It's like, are we giving away national holidays now?
What do you mean?
Well, it's like
Martin Luther King, mac and cheese. Are the two most respected
no,
traditions.
I'm just saying. It's,
Martin Luther King, a guy that was murdered by the FBI.
Yeah.
The FBI murdered him, or CIA, I don't know,
Yeah.
but one of them murdered him, and then they're like, oh, he's a national hero.
Yeah.
And then mac and cheese, who famously was molested by George W. Bush.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm saying is like all you need to do is come up with
is it
a day, or it's like everyone?
No,
it's like
is it an
I've
official
heard
day?
of Bacon Day, or
No, it's not an official fucking holiday where the government gives you a day off.
I'm tired of these businesses being like, hey, it's milk day.
Yeah.
Buy milk today. You know
Why not? It's who declares what a day is? You know, Coca-Cola can just be like, it's Friday, free Coca-Colas everywhere. It's Coca-Cola Day. And then they'll get a bunch of hype.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
It's just how much. But also fucking Lizzo could do it. Lizzo could be like, it's Cheeseburger Day. You know, you just need a large enough platform to hold Lizzo. No, I'm kidding. To reach to reach enough people, and there's got to be like some kind of like you can't just say it's mac and cheese day. It's got to be like free mac and cheese or some shit like that.
Were they giving away free mac and cheese on Mac and Cheese Day?
Oh, you know what? I fucking sent you this link too. And I said, Dan, I'm going to go get free ice cream in Union Square. Do you want to come? And I sent you the link to the free mac and cheese ice cream.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Can you prove it?
I can, but it would take me a little bit because you can't search on Facebook Messenger anymore. You have to fucking scroll back.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
What? You can't search on Facebook Messenger?
No. They removed that feature.
Oh, wow.
I guess because it makes it too easy to like check past conversations.
No, that's what I'm
shit.
saying. I was like, I'm sure a lot of were like relationships are ending based on guys not being able to get away with. I never said that.
Do you know this? This is awesome. I was in Iceland in 2010. I met a guy, and he was like, "Come to Iceland," which also, I mean, you want to talk about scams? This was like a blonde European guy who was like, "Come to Iceland. It's this place is a party and everyone gets laid." And then I got there and it was just like it's your typical like Nordic thing where it's like everyone's kind of like quiet and repressed, and then on the weekends they get like shit fucking shit face shit house wasted.
Yeah, and then like wake up next to each other, and then they're like, "We're dating now." Yeah,
yeah, or it's just like sneak out and never talk again.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And it was like,
which is impossible because you're in Iceland.
Right.
Yeah, and that was your cousin.
Well, they have an app there to check to make sure
exactly.
that it's not your cousin that you're fucking.
Can you imagine you just keep on getting drunk and waking up next to relatives and and just like, oh my god, I need to move or stop drinking. Yeah. This is the worst.
That's funny. Meanwhile, your cousin's sober.
Yeah.
Huge smile on his face.
Yeah. Oh, where are you going next weekend? Stop following me.
Right.
And getting me drunk.
Yeah, exactly. Are you going to Edna's wedding? Anyways, Iceland, this happened. The major telephone company, somebody hacked it and leaked everybody's text message history. And it was all a small town, so people found out about people cheating on each other, talking bad about each other.
Wow.
Like half of the countries, or I don't know how many, but a large amount of the country's entire text and call history got leaked.
Meanwhile,
and made public.
Meanwhile, it was like probably some divorce lawyer who was like, I know how to get the business, business going. Yeah. He's like, send them there my way. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This leak has been brought to you by Johnson and Steinbergs.
Right.
You know?
Right. Except it's Icelandic, so Steinbergsson.
Yeah. Oh, those fucking guys.
Son. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever look at those guys and you're like, almost not white?
What do you mean?
Well, it's like another. It's just such another category.
Like so white that it's another thing.
Yeah. It's
like they're not like Caucasian, like Central. They're not like Spaniards, French, that type of white.
It's just I just look at them and I'm like, that's insanely pure.
Pure. I don't know if pure is the word I would use.
You know, or it's just it's just very. There's no mix of anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that's what I mean.
It's all white. I mean, British people look the weirdest to me. They just fucking. I think it's because their diet is so bad, but they all just look like they're about to collapse.
Yeah.
They look like they're gonna die. They all look like it's. I mean, I don't know. Italian's the same deal, but it's like people that look great in their 20s just because of youthfulness, and then once they hit 30, it's just like sag and splotches all over your fucking face.
You think Italians don't age well?
I think Italian like women are super hot until they're like old nonas, right?
Yeah,
and it just collapses, or Russians. And shit like that.
And that happens at what?
I don't know,
like 12, 13.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. My feeling is, I think it's just fucking. I don't know. People say the
I
Mediterranean
wonder if
diet is
Epstein
healthy.
actually has this.
Yeah.
Epstein actually had this conversation. He's like, man, Italian women
No,
are
he has-
great
he had, like,
till 8, 9.
Right. He had a scientist. Determine, like, they're running actual empirical experiments on Italians
Yeah.
to determine the age, so
Yeah.
it's not just guesswork anymore.
What's that? Cut them in half and count their rings.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'll fuck her. We don't have the technology
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
That's magician stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, what were we talking about? Iceland. Shit. This guy keeps dropping down this microphone.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a little annoying. Have you been watching the Olympics?
No, I don't give a fuck. Oh, what do you think about Simone Biles?
Okay.
Do you have thoughts on this? All right. You're on air. I'll remind you.
I know.
So,
I know.
Are you looking up your thoughts on this?
No.
Go ahead. You're making the thing go off.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, let me put it on airplane. It's my joke.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's your joke of the week?
Simone Biles has pulled out of the Olympic competition, citing a bad case of the twisties. People are blaming everyone from excessive media pressure to the direction of their new head coach, Chubby Checker. When asked if he was to blame, Checker replied, "Come on, baby." Do you know who Chubby Checker is?
Come on, baby, do the twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it? Okay. In a related story, Cardi B has resigned from coaching the women's swim team after 3 athletes tested positive for wet-ass pussies.
Sure. That's your fucking joke.
I don't know, man. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
get the Chubby Checker thing?
It doesn't. That's not why she resigned. She resigned
Yeah,
for
that's the
mental
joke.
health reasons.
What? No, she said she had the twisties.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
You don't read? Do you?
I don't know anything about
Oh,
this.
literally. Okay, that's why. That's why you didn't hit.
What's the twisties?
The twisties is actually something that.
Are you fucking with me?
I'm not fucking with you.
I just read that she resigned for mental health reasons.
No. The twisties is something that gymnasts say when their brain and they don't know the difference between up and down when they're in the air.
Oh yeah.
Something is happening with between their coordination and their brain.
Yeah.
Where they can't do it, and it's very dangerous because then you can easily think you're okay and just land smack on your head and fuck yourself up. You know, like they have no coordination in the air.
Yeah.
So she was like, everyone on the news this week is like, she's got the twisties.
Yeah.
She's got the twisties. What are
Yeah.
the twisties? You should know what the twisties are.
Yeah.
So that's what the joke was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. No, I don't know what the twisties are.
Yeah, man. Well, you gotta keep up on this stuff.
Chubby checkers. Come on, baby, do the twist.
Yeah.
All right. These are deep cuts here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's like it's too late a
Wasn't
reference.
the Isley Brothers Twist and Shout? You know.
Yeah, that could have been also
Twist and Scream.
Okay. All right. Let's not reminisce on my fucking bomb.
It wasn't bad.
It's hot in here.
I got one. I got a terrible joke.
Okay.
You
Give
got
me a terrible joke.
You know how you say the name of whoever you're fucking when you're having sex,
Yeah.
when you're about to come.
Yeah.
Do you think when Orthodox Jews come, they say "Holy sheet"? What do you think? Because it's a hole in a sheet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm coming.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. Do you think Orthodox Jews know that it's a woman on the other side, or they're just like this sheet has a great pussy?
Yeah, no.
Like they think they're cheating on their wife. They're like there's just they fucking go take a shower and they come back and there's the sheet with the pussy and they're like looking around fuck, my wife is nowhere to be found. I guess I might as well just fuck this sheet with a pussy.
What if the reason like how they find out that their wife leaves them is that they put their dick in the sheet and there's no pussy there? They're like, oh, she's gone.
She's gone.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Every day when he gets back from work, he sticks his dick in the sheet. He's like, oh, she's still gone. She's not coming back.
Exactly.
That's not true, by the way.
That's got to be a thing where you're fucking a sheet with a hole in it, and then all of a sudden you see another sheet with a hole in it, and you realize it's your wife, and you're like, she's furious at you.
Yeah.
Like your pussy's talking you through the sheet.
Yeah.
How could you?
Yeah. Or like you go through your life wandering, there's a sheet you've never seen before, and it's got a bigger hole in it.
Right.
You're like, who?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's this?
Right. Who's this for? That's how she knows you're cheating.
Yeah.
Exactly. What did you say? You asked me.
Meanwhile, they go through the whole thing. The baby is also birthed through a hole in a sheet.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not true.
Right.
Yeah.
You had something on there. You said something. I don't remember.
But no, just if your mom leaves.
Oh, you said it's not true. It's actually not true.
It's actually not true. The hole in a sheet thing. Yeah, that's just a rumor. Like it's funny how the Orthodox Jewish community is never going to be like, and these are the things that are wrong.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But the hole in the sheet thing is completely not true.
Yeah.
And which is funny because if you're doing it,
it's a blanket. It's
yeah.
a quilt.
It's a quilt. Yeah, it's a hole in the quilt that you.
It's a homemade quilt that tells the story of your family.
Yeah.
And it's just a quilt, and each little patch on the quilt is a picture of a guy fucking a hole in a sheet.
Yeah. I can't imagine the people coming up with religious rules would like take that much out of sex.
What do you mean?
We'd be like, sex is just for reproducing. Don't even look at each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make the connection that you need to connect, you know, put the stuff in the other thing.
Yeah.
And then that's it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about religion. I really know very little about religion. Like I was raised Catholic, and then I think that just means that you did nothing, you know?
Were you raised Catholic?
I would go to like this thing called CCE, which is like a Sunday school type thing. So mine was on Wednesdays, and we would read the Bible, but it was just the type of thing that when you're like 13, and then they're
you went to church.
God.
You went to church up till that late.
I think I stopped around 13, but they're like, and God. I stopped before my first communion, and they were like, and God wants us to believe this. And you just be like, why? And they'd be like, come on, man. Why are you doing this to me?
I had a friend that like he thought it was it was like he thought he was smart because he could prove that there was no God. It's like the easiest fucking thing to do is to like ask a rabbi or a priest to like, if there's no God, then why about this, you know?
Yeah.
And he was just relentless to the rabbi.
Yeah.
And after a while, the rabbi is like, listen, man, we got to move on. We got to move on to other things, you know? So there's always that. Yeah, there's always that guy that ball breaks. Yeah.
Meanwhile, completely, I mean, there's people who believe like the fundamentalist thing where it's like all of this shit is to be taken literally. And then there's a large, and part of people who just believe that like, yeah, there doesn't necessarily even need to be a mythical creature. This is like, these are guidelines for how to live a good life and make life better for others and yourself. And you're looking at it like that. And they're like, well, what about the fucking guy in the whale? And it's like, you're really missing the point of this.
No, yeah.
But then there's another believer who is also missing the point, who's like, well, yeah, that was real.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. He lived in a fucking whale, you idiot.
Like he doesn't have any he doesn't take anything moral from it, you know?
Right. It's just literal stories.
Yeah. It's like, and that's why you got to stay away from snakes.
Well, that's what fundamentalists are. They take a literal reading of the fucking Bible. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
maybe that's why it's okay that Jesus shows up later on.
What do you mean?
And then just be like, all right, guys, these are the rules.
Jesus shows up like at the apocalypse.
Really?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you're talking about he shows up later on after the Old Testament.
Yeah, to the Old Testament. Yeah, is what I'm saying.
To clarify.
Yeah, he says like, all right, these aren't all stories now. Don't do this, do that. Don't do this, do that.
Did he say that? He said those are all stories?
No.
The Old Testament?
No, he didn't say that, but like I think that was the point of it.
Really?
I don't know.
Did you go to fucking Sunday school?
I went to Hebrew school.
Did you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Till I was.
And that's what they told you. They're like, listen, these fucking goddamn goyim. They had Jesus come up and be like, hey, it's not literal.
I told you about the day that I fucking like quit.
No.
It was.
Didn't tell me.
It was high school.
Yeah.
I was in high school. I was still going to Hebrew school on. I think it was like once a week or something like that. And the rabbi comes, Kroloff, and he goes, you guys are about to start applying to colleges. You're going to colleges.
Yeah.
And when you're going to college, you want to go to a college with a high Jewish population.
Yeah.
And you want to go to a high Jewish population because you're going to start dating seriously. And you want to marry a Jewish girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm done with this.
You're like, I'm out.
I'm fucking done.
Why?
Yeah. Like, that was the moment I was like, oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm not doing any of this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, are there any Jewish girls who are black with thick, juicy asses?
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. I just looked around me. I was like, no, I need more
Meanwhile, that's
population.
What Judaism just needs a Lizzo. If Judaism had a Lizzo, there would be way less conversions out of the faith.
There are plenty of them. Yeah.
Yeah. I had I had a thing. I went to like a music show yesterday. I'm not gonna say who it was.
Why not?
All right, fine. I went to go see Flying Lotus at Brooklyn Mirage, and it's like this giant outdoor venue. Fucking concerts suck cock. First of all, they started 2 hours after doors.
We'll clarify. What do you mean? Concerts in general or this concert?
This concert specifically, but concerts in general.
They're just shitty things to...
For the most part, unless it's like a small venue and it starts on time and you can go in and get out. This was like thousands of people. They don't accept cards. You have to get a wristband tied to your fucking credit card, which, do you know why? Do you know why they would do that?
No.
So that when you're in line, people aren't looking for their card. Everybody has it just on their wristband, and it's just instant. Boop, 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 boop.
Man,
right?
Just think about how fucking weird that, like, just how money is flowing.
Right. Meanwhile, each wristband probably has like a chip or something in it because it's unique, right? You have to check everything that's larger than a piece of paper. 8 by 10 inches was the biggest bag. So I could keep my fanny pack. I had to check my backpack. They started 2 hours after doors. The opening act started 2 hours after doors, which is just a scam to fucking get you to drink for 2 hours, right? There were 3 openers. So after the opening acts, it was 3.5 hours. Like, the show said doors 8 o'clock. The guy didn't go on until 11:30, 11:50.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that right? No. Until like 10:30, 10:50, right? So almost 3 hours, right? And then sound sucked. And I don't know if it was him or the venue, but just like half of the sound was like horribly distorted bass. And then you're like, yo, these were $55 tickets and there's 2,000 people here. You guys made $100,000 just on door sales. You can't get a fucking sound system that works? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Ripping people off.
Yeah, absolutely. And then
also, was this like packed? Like,
it was sold out. Yeah.
But what does that mean? Is
packed. Yeah, heavy packed.
Yeah, you worried about you're like worried also like Delta variant stuff?
Oh, for sure. There was just a guy sneezing next to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was outdoors.
Yeah.
It was outdoors, open air, but like
still.
Also, there was like 2 lesbians behind me, and in between acts,
no, I'm just kidding.
In between acts, I was like, I think everybody was like, half the people were on drugs. My girlfriend, some girl stopped her and said, "You're so beautiful. I love looking at you." And she's like, "Okay."
That's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. But these 2 girls, I think were like, I think they were rolling their face off. We found like they had projectors, and the projectors were on these not quite poles, like columns.
Yeah.
So we were just on the column, leaning on it because it was like close enough to the stage, but also you're standing for 3 hours before the show
it's
starts.
A lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
Fucking
sucks.
brutal.
Yeah.
So we're just leaning on it. And
also, half of this is you getting older.
Yeah. But it's also like, I think these girls were like rolling and also not realizing that I could hear them being like, "That annoying. Those 2 are still on the column. When do we get the column?" It's like we got here first.
Yeah. What do you mean? I don't know what rolling is.
Rolling is on ecstasy, MDMA.
Okay.
Yeah. So then also in between acts, I hear the music stop and they're like, "I look up to you. I feel like you're 12 and I'm 6 and I love you so much and I think you're my best friend." And then later I heard them be like, "I think we're going to get married one day." It's just like a deep therapeutic conversation that drug kind of pushes you to have.
Yeah.
But in the middle of like a concert where it goes like, whoa, 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 my balls. And then I didn't know what Flying Lotus does. Flying Lotus is a very interesting musician. He's like related to John Coltrane. So he comes from like a long legacy and family of he's a West Coast musician of people in jazz. And I think he grew up with Alice Coltrane. And so he's got like this jazz influenced electronic music. It's very heady. It's very good music. But then he just fucking DJ'd. You know what I'm saying?
That's what happened. Yeah, that's what these what's his like Modest Mouse and Skrillex and all those. This is like
Dead Mouse. Modest Mouse is a band.
Dead Mouse and Skrillex. All these people from talking like 7 years ago.
I know, but like
they go up, they press a button, they make $250,000.
I know, but this guy's a musician. You know what I'm saying? This guy can. I would imagine. I was like, okay, he's like a very out there good musician. He's gonna have a band or something. It's like 50. Like, I'll go see a fucking DJ if it's a club and the DJ's there, but the event is not staring at the DJ.
Yeah.
And there's projectors behind him and whatever. But like to pay $55 to do that, it's like you just feel like a fucking idiot kid,
Yeah.
and
It's a place for people to hang out and do drugs.
kind of. But here's what I want to get to, because I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, it's just like it felt like being in a music festival, and I fucking hate that feeling where like I can't move. The sound is worse the farther away you get, and there's no point to this. This is just fucking like I can listen to the records at home, you know? Yeah. Anyways, what I was gonna say was I don't like the party scene or like the electronic the way that electronic music is often presented in New York. And I also got tired of it in Berlin, but there's an honesty to it in Berlin, because in Berlin, people at least have the decency to be drug addicts.
Yes.
They have the decency to, they're speed freaks. They don't have fucking jobs. They survive on nothing. Cover is 15 euros. You sell a little drugs at the concert or at the show. You buy fucking more drugs. You hang out. The clubs don't close. You stay out for 3 days. You run your life into the ground, and you can see it in their eyes.
Yeah.
You'll have sex in the bathroom. It's kind of like
no one's pretending to have a deep moment in one of those things. Like in Berghain, no one's like, you know what? I feel like you're my best friend, and we make a connection.
People are doing that for sure, but at least they're fucking
on a floor filled with cum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's like. I mean, Berghain is a very inauthentic place, and we can get that's a separate conversation. But like, there's at least people. It's like an actual lifestyle that these people have when they're like, I'm just gonna go rave for a couple of months, fucking not work, run my life savings in the ground. A lot of them, I knew people that would like work at Coat Check. So they would party all weekend and take speed all weekend and do like a 12-hour shift in the middle of that to get like $50 or whatever.
God,
pays like
insane.
€8 an hour.
Yeah.
So €100 in cash plus tips, and then to keep going out or take a nap and then keep going out.
Holy shit.
But there's something about like, okay, you like techno and you like being fucked up, and that's what you're doing. Cool. What I dislike about New York is everything is very expensive. So, I mean, $55 tickets is nuts, right? And then everything's very expensive. So the only people who can afford it are either you have a trust fund or you have like some sort of like job, right? So it's like people in advertising who have decided to go let loose and they get fucked up. And then the aesthetic is there's a fucking guy in a wide brimmed hat in front of me, and I wanted to fucking take it and just throw it off. It's like, dude, you're at a fucking concert. You're blocking everybody behind you because you want to be like, oh, look at me. And also because you're ashamed that you're balding. Just fucking be bald.
Do you think he's balding?
Yeah. I mean, he was a big fat guy with a beard. You know, that's you know, like hairy back. Like, when you have hair everywhere except for the one place that you want it.
That's a bad look.
It's that. So that guy's in front of me. I just want to punch him in the neck. Also, he's dancing like this, side to side. It's so funny because it's like you know, moody hip hop. This shit. It's like black guys going like this, and then there's this fucking white guy bopping side to side.
Who do you think you are?
Fucking strangle him.
By the way, but I just want you to know that also people are looking at you at that concert and being like, who is this fucking douchebag?
It's different because you can tell who the music
with
nerds
the
are.
Fanny pack.
You can tell who the music nerds are, and I think that's who I am clearly. And then you can tell who's like the fucking. Do you know what House of Yes is?
No.
Okay. All right. We're gonna connect this. I'm gonna connect this to a bunch of other shit. House of Yes is. Do you know what burners are?
You keep on going deeper.
This is all connected.
Okay.
Okay. Burning Man.
Yes.
People who go to Burning Man are called burners.
Yes.
And House of Yes is kind of like a burner bar club, and people go there. And those places have a very clear aesthetic, which is like people go on Amazon and order like feather angel wings and a light up mask. You know, it's like people who are just buying their personality on Amazon for like buying fucking fox ears that move. So it's like this really fucking kind of like gross burner aesthetic. But it's clearly just people who work in advertising and then or marketing or just some soul-sucking thing. And they're like, okay, and now it's time to go have fun, you know? There's like an inauthenticity to it.
Yes.
It's like, go be a fucking drug addict if you want to be a drug addict, but don't pretend for like 3 hours.
Yeah. No.
And everything's marketed towards them. All the drinks water was $5. I just watched a documentary on Woodstock 99, and I don't want to talk about that today. I want to save that for another time. But they were like, yeah, water was $4, which was insane. I mean, granted, it was 20 years ago, and things cost more now.
Yeah.
But still, it's like $5 for water. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Okay, so what's it? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just part parties in New York just feel like rich people having fun, and it's a bummer.
But it has to be that.
But with bad taste.
Yeah.
It certainly doesn't have to be that.
No,
it's because this is like
the economic
capitalist-
pressure, but the economic pressure that people feel here
Yeah.
is that you got to earn, and this is your allotted relaxed time.
Right.
And people are so fucking pent up
Yeah.
from the fact that working sucks here.
Yeah.
You know, that like there's no life balance, that they're like, okay, I gotta get 2 weeks of life
Right.
into this next
Right.
5 hours.
Right,
And not
right.
only that, but it's like I worked so hard to
Yeah.
earn this money to
Yeah.
be able to live
I
this.
better enjoy it.
That like I'm gonna enjoy everything. So all that time that you could have spent developing a personality or like
Yeah.
meeting people or meeting new people, you've wasted that on
Right.
work.
Right. Yeah.
So you're like, fuck. Okay, well I have the money. Okay,
Yeah.
like what? Okay, on Amazon.
Yeah.
Let me get the fucking wolf ears. I'm the wolf ear person.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
look
yeah.
at me. This is who I am. It's like no,
Yeah.
it's not. You're a person
Yeah.
who doesn't know who they are.
Yeah.
Because you've been slaving away.
Right.
For a long period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. Jobs are bad. They'll rob
Right.
you of a personality. I do think people should work as little as possible.
It depends.
Have interest. Do something with your fucking life.
Yeah.
You know?
If you can make your job your interest, then you can work as much as you want. Very few people are able to do that.
Sure.
So in that case, your philosophy is right. You should work as little as possible.
Right. But then even like what you do with your time off, it's just consumption. It's just like this conspicuous consumption where like I'm gonna buy a wacky hat and be like, oh, everything is like look
that's
at,
what I mean.
Look
So-
at me.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, so work as little as possible, so you
Yeah.
actually have time to invest in like,
Yeah.
in, like not being the okay. I have 5 seconds. Let me get a
Right.
wacky hat.
Right. Right.
Be like, find out what you really are
Yeah.
interested in, and like get into it. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But
Anyways, yeah, it's there's something that fucking
it's difficult because as you get older, you want stuff, which means you need to earn more money.
I understand.
you know.
Well, New York is a much more mature city in terms of lifestyle than Berlin.
Yeah.
You know, Berlin, it's almost like that it's a city that runs on adolescence.
When I moved
Like,
here, do you remember when I first moved here? Like we had a couple conversations. I was like, "Fuck, man,
Yeah.
I'm a child."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you?
I got to learn how to be an adult.
Yeah.
like soon.
Like what?
What?
What made you feel that way?
Being like broke and not having a job and
Yeah.
like not being able to skate by on bullshit.
Yeah.
And
Right.
and having like adult things that are bad happen to you.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck, now I gotta pay taxes that I don't have the money for.
Right, right,
You know,
right.
you gotta figure something out to be. So I was like, as soon as I came here, I was like, oh, I'm a kid.
Yeah.
I should learn how to not be a kid. I'm still like,
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, how do I not be a fucking kid?
Right.
You know. I couldn't even get. I was like, it was so weird. I feel like
You couldn't get laid in the beginning? Is that
Well,
what
I
you're
was
gonna
like,
say?
well,
I
I'm
love how
going
you
up.
Stopped. I
I'm
love
going
how
up.
you stopped. Like, I'm not gonna fucking finish the sentence for you. You're like, I couldn't get next topic.
It's, no. It's true though, because it's like you're going. I mean, this is almost like a bit that everyone talks about, but it's like you go up to a woman, you're like, hey, would you like to fuck would you like to fuck me? And they're
Yeah.
like, oh,
My
really? I was
mattress
like,
on the floor.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I live like a kid because I am a kid,
Yeah.
and also I'm gonna be emotionally available like a kid. It was like nobody wants that.
Right.
Like that's the most unattractive thing. So you have to be able to like build yourself up to something before you can even develop relationships with people.
Whereas in Berlin, it's like, oh, you're a fucking loser. I'm a loser.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
let's go.
not a loser, but it's like you have no ambitions and you have. I mean, I
Yeah.
also don't. I have like creative ambitions. I don't really care about money that much, but I have my shit together.
It's not
you
that I
know?
was crushing it in Berlin, but
Yeah.
like in Berlin, I was like, you know, I do this, I do that, you know,
Well,
I have this show, it's okay. And
well-
then like a girl would come up to me and be like, yeah, me too.
The bottom is higher and the
yeah.
ceiling is lower in Berlin. So
Yeah.
you're somewhere in between here.
Oh,
and in New
yeah.
York, if you're fucking, you can live super far out. Nobody lived that far out of the ring in Berlin that
Mm. Yeah.
we know, right? Here you can live an hour away.
Yeah.
Where in a sketchy neighborhood
Yeah.
because you only have $500 for a room in Flatbush or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So the bottom gets lower, and
Yeah.
then you fucking you can't afford a $50 dinner a couple times a week, $50 a person. Oh, and now that the ceiling is getting higher, and
Yep.
it's more unattainable. Whereas in Berlin, you just don't go to those fucking places
Yeah.
unless you're bougie.
Yeah, and also like I've never been like there's never a group of people I couldn't afford to hang out with in Berlin.
Right, because every bar has a €3 drink.
Yeah.
And here it's like,
It's
you go
like-
to the wrong bar and they're like, oh, it's a $15 cocktail.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, well, thank God I don't drink
Yeah,
anymore.
right.
Probably because of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Shit, man.
You get just get broke into like be forced into being sober from being fucking broke.
Yeah, too broke to be an alcoholic.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
You know.
I yeah, what else? Ooh, this girl, I follow a girl this was from whenever, a long time ago, but I was following this girl on Instagram, and she's an OnlyFans girl, and I was always like, God, this girl's so beautiful, you know? I
Yeah.
was like taken by her beauty
Yes.
in a poetic sense, not perverse.
What?
Yeah.
You're constantly taken by
I'm taken by the
beauties all the time. Yeah,
I'm a van.
It's hard to drive in a car with you.
Yeah.
Because
For I am so taken by beauty.
yeah, because you will be scrolling on your phone and then shove a screen in front of my face as I'm driving because you were taken by.
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah.
look at the beauty of these juicy tits, you know? I don't know. Anyways, her OnlyFans is like $20, and she posted. She was like, "Hey, my OnlyFans is free."
Is that good for
That's expensive.
an OnlyFans?
Standard is 10, I think, something
Okay.
like that. Anyways, she's like, "Hey, my OnlyFans is free for the next 50 people." So I got it. I was one of the ones that got
Nice.
it, and I was like, "Fuck, I got it." I've always wondered what this would be like, but I refused to pay.
Yeah.
And now I have access. And then I went on it, and it's all just bait to be like, "Hey, here's my ass. Pay $5 to see the full video of me getting fucked in the ass." It's all just previews.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're just paying for previews where they just try to sell you more shit.
Yeah.
And there's a messaging system, and she's got like a bot that messages you every single day being like, "Hey, handsome, check out this new video I made for only $10.
I have to admit, those are actually for me. I'm her intern.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You call me
I'm
handsome?
I'm like, hey, what's going on,
Yeah.
Santi?
Hey, big boy.
Hey, big boy.
Hey, big boy.
Meanwhile, it's like, but it's gonna rain on Wednesday. We gotta change the show.
Yeah.
You're like, what is this? Is this Dan?
Right. Yeah. Oh, it's also so funny when like I don't go to strippers, right? Like I don't have that thing, but it's just like it feels so weird when they're like, "I'd love to see your big cock." I do penis ratings for $10. And it's like, you haven't seen my cock. You don't know how big it is, but it's just the whole thing where they're clearly lying to you, but you go with it because you like it.
Yeah.
I don't get that at all. That's fucking weird to me.
I think there's a certain point. I think that's like people who have given up.
They've given up, and now all they have left is the idea of the delusion.
Yep.
Is
but they know exactly what but they're actually, because of that, there is no delusion.
Yeah.
They like in their head, they're not like, I'm gonna fuck this chick. It's like there's this chick that says some
forget
stuff
fucking her, but it's like, you don't have a big dick, but they're just like people who send girls money, where it's just like, I don't know, I just need some, I don't know it's weird. Anyways.
I kind of get the guys that do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, because it's all they can do. It's all their life. They have to have something, you know. I put it in the same category of like if you're a paraplegic.
Yeah.
And like your friends take you and you have to have sex with prostitutes, you know.
No, I think those guys can get laid.
And then they go, "Hey, big boy."
I think paraplegics can get laid.
I think a lot of them go to prostitutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about a hung paraplegic?
Yeah, it's like, oh my God.
This is difficult.
Yeah. Cursed and blessed on the same half.
Yeah. He can't jerk off his giant cock.
Yeah.
Makes it hard for him to roll around or whatever. Yeah, man. I don't know. I do feel like certain people are so on the fringe that it makes you fuckable again. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's a thing where it's like you're not a gross guy. You're an anomaly now, and people are curious and they're like, "Oh,
okay, yeah,
what's this?"
Yeah. Like if you're a short guy, no one's gonna fuck you. But if you're the world's smallest guy, then someone's gonna shove you up their pussy.
Right, exactly. There's a valley where it's like, here you're fuckable. Here it's like, you're less fuckable, and then it's like, I think.
Some guy, his eyes are close together. He's like, "Fuck, I was so close to Cyclops."
Right.
Everyone wants to fuck a Cyclops,
right.
not a guy with eyes that are close together.
Well, just get a fucking eye patch. Just get an eye patch, and all of a sudden it's like, wow.
Yeah.
He's a Cyclops.
That's cool. Or
hey, fellas out there, if you're having trouble getting laid, gouge out one of your eyes.
Yeah. Dating advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Every piece of advice he gives is to like cut off a thing and become a fetish.
Right. Yeah.
But you were talking about before, like how it's just like everything that you joined this OnlyFans.
Yeah. Everything is just a fucking upselling scam.
Yeah. I almost wonder like I don't do it really. I really don't go on porn anymore.
Yeah.
But like when I did, it was just like the ads popping up everywhere, and it's always a promise of like a real girl that's there, and I'm like, I wonder if I just went as far as down this rabbit hole as possible. and threw as much money at it as I possibly could.
Yeah.
Like, sign up for $19.99, real girls, and I know it'll be like another thing that'll be like another
Yeah.
$30.99, real girls, you know,
Yeah.
and blah blah blah, new girls. I wonder if any point if I keep on throwing money, there's like the one real girl. There's like a real girl behind there who's like, well,
Wait,
you spent $2 million
You think
to
it's
talk to
You
me.
think it's this fucking slot machine that eventually gets full and it has to cash you out?
What? No, I'm just saying if there's any reality behind it.
No, Dan. That's like if a guy sends you a scam saying, "Hey, I got my inheritance. I need $10K," and you're like, "I'll pay it, and maybe I'll just keep paying, and eventually I'll get the inheritance." There's no inheritance. There's no real girls.
What I have a feeling that for some of these, it's just a really bad business. It's like
I think these are wonderful businesses.
I think you pay. I think for some of them, it's like pay $400 for an hour, and you get to watch some girl in Serbia on a webcam, and that's real.
Yeah.
But it's like obviously the biggest ripoff piece of shit ever. And I wonder
Yeah.
if there's something like that. Is what I'm saying. Like there's like a tiny little bit of reality to it.
But they're already. Here's the point: is you can already do that on ChatterBait for free, and if you want to give tokens, so any of them could just take your money and then show you a ChatterBait feed.
Oh, okay.
It's not hard to see real people live that you can interact with. That's
Yeah.
already out there and free.
What's ChatterBait?
You know what ChatterBait is?
No.
It's a webcam website. So it's like girls camming, and then you can watch. There's couples, and then the way they make money is they're like, you buy tokens, and then it's like 500 tokens for me to shove this in my ass, 1,000 tokens, and I'll blow my boyfriend.
Oh.
And they wear these things called vibes, which are vibrators they put in their pussies, and then they're remote controlled, and then you can donate like 1,000, and it'll like vibrate the vibe, and then they'll go.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Can
We should do. I wonder if there's like a self-destruct button,
What do you mean?
like the vibrator. She's like, "Don't hit the self-destruct button."
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no, they really ham it up with the. They're like, because there's also like different levels. So
Oh,
it's,
really?
It's like, oh, you did a level 1 vibration. Don't do a level 10.
Yeah.
It might drive me crazy.
Yeah.
And then you do level 10, and they're like, oh no.
Doesn't it make you laugh to think that the
It's
idea?
like a Looney Tunes
Yeah,
cartoon.
yeah.
It's so.
But what, like, doesn't it like make you laugh and almost like hope that like, okay, it's all fake, you know? Like,
Yeah.
but I wonder if there's just one girl who's like literally like that has that personality where like that's who she really is.
Yeah.
And she goes into work every day and she's like, oh, you know, people vibrate my vagina. I love it so much. Oh my God, I hate it when they go to 4. It's too much for me to handle. Ooh.
Yeah.
And like her, like it's like a genuine thing happening between the guy.
Let me
and-
ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this.
It's the same question when I used to watch porn. I was like
some of these girls love fucking.
looking for anything that's real.
Yeah.
You know?
But this is sure. I mean, it's acting. It's acting like any other acting.
Yeah.
But this is like you watching a period piece, right? A film set in like the 1800s, and you're like, I wonder if one of these people actually thinks they're in the 1800s and acts and behaves like they're in the 1800s.
Yeah.
That's the same question. It's like, it's a fundamental misunderstanding of what acting is. Like,
Okay.
sure, you might actually enjoy something, or you can bring something to it, but no
Okay,
one
so,
is.
My question is, okay, do you think there's like a Daniel Day-Lewis porn star or like webcam
Method
girl?
actors?
Yeah, like a method porn star.
What is that? They just go out and fuck a bunch, so
What-
that when they fuck, it seems like they go out and fuck a bunch.
What?
They go fuck for money, so when they fuck for money, it seems like they fuck for money.
No, but there's a guy who's like, okay, I've been dealing pizzas.
they're all method acting.
I've been delivering pizzas for the past 6 months and like fucking people who I deliver pizzas to. And now it's time to film.
What? How? No, Dan. I don't think. All right. All right. How about this? You mean like a girl trying to get into character, so she just keeps ordering pizzas and fucking the pizza guy?
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah. No.
I think that's true. I think,
I think
that's
there are
probably
people who
happened.
have a lot of sex,
Yeah.
and then then they have a lot of sex.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I think Daniel Day-Lewis, his next role, he retired actually,
Yeah.
but his next role it'd be funny if it was like a porno
Pizza.
star.
A
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the pizza delivery boy is his next
Yeah.
role.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, oh, he was good as Lincoln and the delivery guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just question the reality of like, When I used to look at weird sex stuff,
Yeah.
you just looking for anything that's real for your brain to grapple on with.
Well, people
or
who are doing like
grab onto.
people who are doing like extreme porn, like you don't just get into pushing your intestines outside of your asshole by accident. You know?
I'm pretty sure you do.
No, you don't.
Oh.
It's like that's like saying, yeah, I learned to play Chopin by accident. It takes a lot of work and practice.
And teacher, you have to study.
Yeah, no, literally. There's like people
I did have a friend who went to
training to do that.
I did have a friend who went to Juilliard for pushing your intestines outside of his asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
He nailed the audition.
He nailed the audition.
Yeah.
He got kicked out because of the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, it smells like blood.
Yeah. Now he pushes out his organs through his asshole for the Met.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poopcini.
I got a scam story. A quick scam story.
Yeah. Scam story.
I got kind of like
Should I
two.
pronounce that right? Scam story.
You can.
All right.
Two things. So my girlfriend went in for a job interview, and it turned out to be a scam, where they were like, they bring all these people and they look at your resume, and they brought her in for multiple interviews.
That sucks, by the way.
Yeah. They told her it was for like a fashion brand because she works in fashion stuff, and then they were like, okay, here's how it works. We have a government program where the government gives free phones to people who are on food stamps. So you're gonna stand outside bodegas and try to get people to sign up for a free phone, and for every phone that they sign up for, you get $20. And how it's going to work is you're going to shadow this guy and work with him. And then she talked to somebody else who'd been doing it for 3 days. And she said, how many phones have you sold? She was like, 20. It's like, have you gotten paid anything? And she was like, no. It was like a single mom. And she was like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm fucking out of here.
First of all, the first thing that this makes me want to ask is your girlfriend okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
She's just looking for she's looking for a job?
It was like it was like a marketing fashion job. And then, yeah, she's fine. And she has a part-time job. She just wants another part-time job.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But it was just a scam job, and it reminded me of another scam job that I had when I first moved to New York, because there's a bunch of fake jobs out there, especially if you're on
first of all,
entry level.
define fake job.
Like that's a fake.
Like my job's kind of fake.
No, her job is fake in that there's no hourly pay. It's just, if you can sell these phones, we'll give you $20, but also you got to work for free before we let you trust you with the phones or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a job where I was I had moved to New York my junior year of college for the summer. I came here to visit. I had a job at a branding a clothing brand. They had a big store on Canal Street, and I was there folding clothing and paid $8 an hour, and I quit.
First of all, just admit that you were the handsome dude with no shirt on at Abercrombie and Fitch.
I wish. I think those guys make good money, but I was
make really good money.
I was getting $8 an hour, and
you know you're not allowed to touch them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't lick them or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. I'm like, what do you get paid for?
Yeah, they would sell way more pants if you could lick their nipples.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
How about it's a token system? For every pair of pants you buy, you can eat their asshole, right? And then there's just a line outside.
Yeah, I think it would go the other way around. For every pair of pants you buy, they eat your ass.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, I don't know.
They're
we always
the
end up
hot
in these.
ones.
They always end
They're
up in this.
hot.
Yeah, they always end the situations where we live in a world where eating ass is currency for you.
Well, here's the thing.
Like that's how you get on the subway.
I think we just hit on something. There's two types of people. There's people that are like, that person's hot, I want to do something to them.
Yeah.
And then there's that person's hot, I want that person to do something to me.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess tops and bottoms is what we just discovered.
I think I'm the former.
Oh, so you're a bottom.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. If you want to be the passive party, that makes you a bottom.
Oh no, I was thinking I want to do something to them.
Well, you just said, wouldn't they eat your asshole?
No, I said the former.
What do you mean?
You said you just described it in
I
two
said
ways.
there's a line to eat their assholes, and you said no, it would be the other way around. They eat your asshole.
Yeah, but then you said there's two things, and you see someone who's hot, and you want to do something to them.
So the Abercrombie and
you
Fitch
see-
guys are hot,
and
I was thinking you would want to eat their assholes, and you said no, I want them to eat my asshole.
Oh no, we got confused.
Okay.
I wasn't addressing that. I
Let's
was addressing the
clarify.
thing that you said after, whereas there are two type of people. The type of people where you see someone hot and you want to do something to
Yeah,
them.
do you understand?
And then you see someone who is hot and they want to do something. You want them to do something to you.
Yes.
And I said I am the former.
I understand
Which
that.
means I want to do something to the Abercrombie and Fitch guy.
No, but we literally. Do you understand how this conversation is related to the conversation initially about eating the Abercrombie and Fitch guy's ass?
Yes, but that's not. But then you said something after that, and then I said I'm the former.
I understand, but the example that you gave was suggesting that you're the latter.
But I said former.
Dude, are you fucking with me?
No,
Are you trolling me?
I'm not trolling you.
Are you? All right, I don't know. I can't tell if this is
Oh, I see where you got mixed up.
I did. Stop saying I got mixed up. You're the one who got mixed up.
I didn't get mixed up. I was addressing the previous sentence.
You said they would be eating our asses. The Abercrombie and Fitch guys.
Yes, I said I would assume that they would be eating our asses.
That implies that when you see somebody hot, you want them to do something to you.
Yes.
Yes, which would make you the bottom.
Yes, but after you said that, you said there are two types of people.
Yeah.
The person where you see someone who is hot and you want to do something to them.
Yeah.
And the same person where you see someone hot and you want them to do something to you.
Yeah.
And I said, well, in that case, I am the former.
But you're not, because you literally had just... This is you. Ready? Oh, fuck, that guy's so hot. I want him to do something to me. Yeah, there's two types of people. People who see someone hot and they want to do something, and people who see someone hot and they want that hot person to do something to them. And you go, "Yeah, I'm the one that wants to do something to the hot person."
No, I said I'm the former.
That's the former.
Wants to do something to the hot person.
Forget-
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I'm not fucking with you.
I can't. Are you?
I'm not fucking with you.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
All right, we got to move on.
No, we don't.
Really?
This is all I want to talk about now.
I think it's pretty cool. When I say I'm the former, I'm referring to the thing, that sentence you just
I
saying.
understand, but that's not the example that you gave.
It's not the example that I gave.
Okay.
Yes.
So then why would you give that example? You changed your mind?
I changed my mind.
Okay, so say that.
Okay. I said in that case,
Yeah.
I'm the former. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, where were we?
I don't know. That was like a 12-minute argument.
So I had a job, and oh yeah, my roommate, who's a trust fund, like I ran into him on the street. He was like 40 something, living with us in these bunk beds in Williamsburg, off the J. And he was like, "Oh, I got a friend. He'll give you a job." And I was like, "Oh, really?" He was like, "Yeah. See these CDs?" Did I tell you about
That's
this?
when you say CD's nuts.
Yeah. Wait, did I tell you this?
No, I don't know this.
He was like, and he gave me a stack of 100 CDs, and he goes, "These are ringtones. You sell them for $5. You keep half."
What year is this? 2010?
2009.
Okay.
And so CDs are already done.
Yeah.
And so then for like 2 days, he was like, "These hot girls, they sell them in the park, and they make a couple $100 a day."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Really?" Oh. So for like 2 days, I walked around with CDs, being like, "Anybody want some CDs, some ringtones?" And nobody talked to me. One guy, I was like, "Hey man, nice phone," and he was like, "Yeah, thanks. I just got it." It was like, smartphones were new. And I was like, "Do you want some ringtones?" And he was like, "Please get away from me right now."
Yeah, of course, man. Of course.
Of course. And then I like was leaving New York, and I told my friend, I was like, "I'm gonna get out of here." He's like, "Yo, you got to return those CDs. That's merchandise."
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah. So I had to coordinate a drop off to give the CDs back.
Meanwhile, can you imagine the lunacy that you would have to actually, like, "Oh, where'd you get that ringtone? I bought it from a guy in a park." Like no one ever. Yeah.
No, even worse, the guy whose CDs were composed all the ringtones. He was like a producer who was like, "This is how I'm gonna make money."
Oh, so it wasn't like there was actual stuff on the CD.
Yeah.
I would have just assumed that the CD is filled with viruses.
No, it was actual ringtones.
Yeah.
But way past the point of anyone actually buying ringtones.
Yeah.
Because there was a ringtone market for a while.
Yeah, but it was for flip phones.
Yeah, so on Nokia's, it would be like, "This one is $9.99," and it was like songs from the radio.
Yeah, it was like "Bop," or it'd
Yeah.
be like the Tetris song or like the Godfather song.
Right. It would be like songs that there was no easy way to put it on your phone.
Yeah.
Or if you're like technologically illiterate, you had no idea how to do it. So you're like, "I'll pay $2 and have this thrown." Simpsons ringtone or whatever the fuck. Yeah, shit. So anyways, that was a
Can you imagine, like, back in the day, it was like ba da 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 da. Oh, I'm cool. It's my phone.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
would you even do that now? Now everyone's like, "Why is your phone making noise? Put it on vibrate, you asshole."
I had did you ever have old ringtones? Like bad ringtones.
On my phone,
Yeah.
I cracked into my phone and I made my own.
Yeah.
I composed my own ringtones.
Nice.
Yeah. I remember I did a Rachmaninoff piano concerto.
Yeah. Are you
once?
doing a bit?
I'm not doing a bit actually.
Can you just hum it for me?
Like ba da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Don't make me do the whole thing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell
But
you.
yeah, I composed that on my phone. Everyone's like, "What the fuck are you doing with
Yeah.
your life?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, "That did take me 14 hours."
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Here's my ringtone. I had a phone. It was not. I didn't get a smartphone until after college. Yeah, we had like flip phones. We had color flip phones. Anyways,
I was in grad school when I got my.
I was a color flip phone. Yeah, probably around the same year. 2010, 2011.
Yep.
I was in grad school. Oh no, I was in college, and my phone came with a ringtone of a baby laughing. So it was like,
How do I change this to a baby crying?
well, nobody could tell that it was a baby laughing. So I thought it was a baby laughing, and then it would go off in parties, and somebody would go like, "Who the fuck's ringtone is a baby crying?" And then I just kind of liked it, so I just kept it like that forever. And I was just a guy whose ringtone was a crying baby.
Someone else is like, "Is that a baby fucking?" You know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like everyone's like, because he's the pedophile.
Right.
Yeah, he's like knows the sound. Yeah, it's like,
right.
wait a minute.
Right. All your professors are like, "Why do you have a
Yeah.
Why do you have a ringtone of a baby making love consensually?"
Yeah. Yeah, those ringtones were rip off. So you didn't sell any. How many?
I sold 0.
Yeah.
So I had that fucking rip-off job, and then I had the ringtone job, and it took me a while to figure out how to get jobs that aren't actually dog shit and suck your soul. Bartending was the first job that wasn't horrible, where I would make like $20 an hour consistently. And I could drink on the job. And wear whatever I wanted to. It didn't feel like I had like a boss that much.
Yeah, that's true. I always see people going into work. Like, I'm lucky I don't wear, there's like no dress code or anything.
Well,
everyone's kind of a fucking hippie.
There's two types of jobs with dress codes. You're poor and you work at Verizon and you have to wear the Verizon shit and fucking khakis or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you're so rich that you have to wear suits again. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
And then,
And then there's the middle.
Yeah, but like programmers have no dress code, you know? Lawyers do.
Yeah.
Doctors have to fucking look presentable and have the coat.
Can you imagine like a doctor just like walking in like this?
Yeah.
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 Or like you.
Yeah.
Like just like that. It's like, yeah, man, you're sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, huge bummer. It turns out you have cancer.
Yeah. Fucking not cool, man. Anyway, I'm going to go surf.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the cancer? It's in your nuts, bro.
Yeah. It's like that's the one. He was like, "Yeah, I'm the doctor that tells people about nut cancer."
What have you been doing with your nuts?
Yeah.
Where have you been putting those? Was it good?
It's like my nuts have been smoking. Yeah.
You gotta cut. You gotta cut out the smoking with your nuts. It's really killing your nuts.
Yeah.
He shows you the fucking X-ray. He's like, "Look at that. Your nuts are all brown."
It's like your nuts need to be eating more blueberries, antioxidants.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, it helps fight.
Yeah.
Think that shit is real, antioxidant? That's what, like, people just... I kind of, like, there's a certain point where I'm like, this is bullshit, where it's like Arizona iced tea is like, now with antioxidants, cancer...
No, it's
thing. I was like,
bullshit.
Come on, Arizona, like, your the dollar sugar water.
Yeah, well, it's like putting fucking fat free on cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not every negative thing at once.
Yeah.
But any antioxidants that you get from Arizona are heavily offset by just the fact that it's pure sugar.
I love how you can, at least in New York, at least you can identify when something is a scam when it makes its way at bodega shelves before anything else.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, before you can actually, like, now you can actually buy legit fucking boner pills.
Yeah.
Like online.
Yeah.
That's like all
horny
good.
goat weed is supposed to really fuck up your cock.
And
like it does damage to it.
Yeah, and then but before that I don't think it was just horny goat weed. It was also like fake ass Viagra that you could buy back in like 2004, 2005.
Viagra.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It had names like that,
Yeah.
and like the pill was like that big. We're like, boom, the super
Yeah.
thing, and it was like it was like, oh, this is how I know it's a scam, and like
Right.
that, CBD is a scam because it's
any
in all the
medicine-
fucking bodegas.
Any medicine that you buy next to a lighter.
It's not
Used to fucking Zippos with a girl fingering her
Yeah.
clit. You're like, yeah.
But it was funny how they had like now, like in bodegas they were selling fake weed,
yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, I heard that shit
it was like hemp,
is dangerous.
and now
synthetic weed.
Weed's
legal.
Not entirely, but they're selling actually like in actual stores. They're selling basically like legal weed.
A lot of bodegas sell weed, like wink, hush, hush.
But I'm not gonna say where I am, but
yeah.
the bodega near me.
Yeah.
I mean, I walked in late at night,
Yeah.
and there's it's like literally two people. Like one is looking at like a menu, arguing about the prices of
Right.
the fucking weed that the
Yeah.
place is selling. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to act innocent when you have a menu.
Yeah.
No, blueberry kush. No, that's a drink.
Yeah, that's a drink.
Yeah, it's fucking.
It's like, can I have-
$40 an eighth?
Yeah, yeah. And the cop was like, "Can I have some?" He's like, "Okay," and just gives him a bag of weed. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Busted.
You done?
Yeah, places are really gonna start selling weed soon. It's crazy.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what's gonna happen to the drug dealers.
I don't think they're going anywhere. Until places can deliver to your house, because delivery is a big part of it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
That people do it for people call the drug dealer for convenience.
Yeah.
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 I got to because I haven't messaged mine in ages.
Yeah.
He messages me deals now.
Yeah.
I'm like, you want to be a little bit more DL
Yeah.
than this, buddy?
Yeah.
That you're like, and also the deals are like, buy 5, spend $300 on weed, and I'll throw in $50 worth of gummies. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm not calling you for
Yeah.
It's like
What do you mean?
ridiculous.
What do you mean you're not calling him for a reason?
Well, it's like I don't really like
Just tell him, hey man, I got sober. Can you take me off this list?
Nah.
Or I moved away.
I don't know.
I moved to LA.
Yeah, I'd rather I'll probably just tell him I moved to LA. But he's like,
I love how you fret over what lie you're going to tell your ex-drug dealer
Yeah,
so that
no.
he stops texting you. You're like, I don't know. It's not realistic that I would get sober. I don't know if he would buy that.
Yeah, he's like, bullshit.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'll
Yeah.
be there in 2 hours. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, man.
It's like, you sober? I've seen you.
Yeah.
You're an animal.
Yeah.
I guess you don't want this free coke.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's how you get free drugs from the drug dealer. Act like you're cleaning your life up, and then he just tries to get you to go on a bender to relapse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, dealing drugs is like the easiest fucking thing.
Yeah.
Just when somebody would come in my house, I'd be like, here's okay, thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
Here's half a day's here's $50.
Right.
You know, like this is like 1/3 of a day of work or something like that. You
Yeah.
know, like something that I spent hours and hours to
Yeah.
that
That you do in seconds.
that I do, and then you're just like, here, give me that. You know,
Why don't you just become a weed delivery guy?
I've thought about it,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. That's a pretty hard fall. I went to Yale.
What? You would make more money than you make now.
Yeah, but I'd also be a drug dealer.
So what?
All right, I'll do it. You want some weed?
You got to sell it to me.
I know a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got this deal. Let me forward it to you
Yeah,
from my phone. Yeah, let me
exactly.
add you to this group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have a drug dealer once that I think she just bought the drugs from a drug dealer and then resold them for like 10 euros on top.
Of course, that's the easiest way to make money.
No, because your margins are very small then. If you're getting it from a source and you get it in bulk, then you're making like 50% profit.
Yeah, but you also
But
have
this
to
girl
realize,
is making like $10 on 60.
but you
Yeah.
also have to realize that it's probably very, very low risk. Whereas like if you're actually part of an organization,
Yeah.
like where there's a guy who's like got a lot of money and the guy a little bit of money,
Yeah.
and then and then you get it to you, like you can make that connection through law enforcement,
Right.
you know. But if you're just like a customer who owns weed and like all of a sudden I was like, let me just get rid of this, you're not connected to anything really, you know.
Yeah, kind of.
So
I mean,
it's just safer.
It's more. It's like you don't have the bulk. You're not possessed. You can't be caught for possession because you don't really have
Yeah.
that much.
It's also not like a real business.
Yeah, it's not. It's like working at McDonald's at that point.
Yeah.
You know,
You might as well buy hamburgers and resell them outside.
outside Lizzo's house.
Yeah.
Be like,
She jumps on you, you die.
Be like, rent's soon due.
Yeah.
Rent's due soon. Let
Yeah.
me get some cheeseburgers for
Yeah.
Lizzo to pay for rent for.
Yeah.
I had this. Did you ever have drug dealers who like they like quote unquote sell to friends, and then I had a drug dealer in Berlin. She would only sell to her friends, and we'd be like at a party, and she would sell us the drugs and be like, "All right, I'm gonna hang out here for a couple of hours," and we'd just be like, "All right." Like you didn't want that, but you didn't really, you know.
What do you mean? I don't get it.
In her mind, she's not a drug dealer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In her
yeah.
mind, we're friends,
Oh,
and she
I see.
happens to bring drugs, and we
Yeah.
happen to only see each other when we want drugs.
Yeah. That's fun. She's like, oh, I gotta go. I'm making new friends
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
I got so many friends. The police are on me.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
That's cool. I think I'm tapped.
Are you tapped?
I'm a little tapped.
All right, I'm tapped also.
All right.
We're double tapped.
I feel like you didn't get the joke because you didn't know you didn't hear about the twisties.
Tap that ass. Maybe that's possible.
That's definitely possible.
All right,
Because
do it again.
no.
No. Simone Biles has the twisties. No, the I think the way to do the joke is like, her coach Chubby Checker says that's impossible. Come on, twist and shout.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Maybe. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, we got an Instagram at You Got Podcast.
Check it out
I'm at Santiago's Dead.
at Daniel Luis Veza.
Yeah. Come to a show, check out the podcast, tell your friends, subscribe on YouTube, fucking leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. All right. Have a good night. Bye bye.
I gotta work out.
Yeah, you gotta work out. All right. Bye.